two more to show you.
Oh, two more to show us. Okay, right. Let's go for number 3 then. Let's have a look.
This is a complete opposite to the others.
Okay.
Fender Stratocaster.
Strat. Right.
I'm sure you're familiar with this.
Yeah, that's my first guitar. Was a Fender Strat.
Okay, well, this is from 1960.
Right, okay.
Okay, and it's in, again, remarkably good condition.
I was going to say, it doesn't look that old.
Considering we've got some of the new guitars here, the custom shop versions are basically a copy of this.
Yeah.
But this is, again, it's the original.
So why did you get this guitar?
It was so clean. Again, somebody I know was selling it. We just said, bring it in because it's absolutely beautiful. What's really nice about it, this has still got the original catalogue. Let me just...
Oh my God. I love this stuff.
There you go. That's an original catalogue for the series, for this series of guitar in 1960.
It's just wonderful, isn't it? Do you feel like, in a way, when you're buying a vintage guitar, you're kind of buying the story as well? It's not just...
Yeah, I mean, we have, some guitars have like a history of a one-owner guitar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guitars that, funnily enough, when I was doing guitar shows in America, you'd get people who'd bring it in, and it was the tragic story of, you know, the son went to Vietnam and never came back, and the guitar stayed with the mum or whoever. So
it had never been played
and
for
exactly,
years.
Some absolutely mint guitars came along that way, and it was just, it was very, very sad, but people looked after them, and this is a result, you know, this is incredible.
Right.
Normally these plastics tend to sort of, there's a little bit of discolouring on the end here, but these do suffer. Sometimes you get cracks in them and they will go a sort of yellowy colour, which isn't too attractive. But the sunburst on this and what's called the green guard and all the plastics are in such good condition.
I mean, the neck on that looks perfect.
Yeah.
Like on the fretboard as well. Like
it's not being played. There's no sort of divots taken out of it. There's nobody sort of long fingernails.
So who owned this? Like, how many owners was it?
I believe it's only been a couple of owners since 1960. One particularly, I think it was like a family guitar that's been around. You can tell it's something like that because it's not been used. Normally when these have been passed from person to person, they acquire that person's wear marks and playing. It's really just been, I think, been put away in a case and loved and not terribly used. So what I'm hoping for is that somebody's going to get this, play it and use it. I don't want them to scratch it up because it's such a nice guitar, but as a piece to have, as a guitar to own, this is just in fantastic condition. I don't often find them like this.
Let's have a little look then.
And you're going to play some Jimi Hendrix in a minute.
Yeah.
So, so that's the treble pickup, which is in this position. Move it forward one, it's the middle pickup. And the neck pickup is the front pickup. So it goes from sort of bright to a little bit more even, and then you get that sort of whip.
Incredible, my turn.
Play me some Jimi Hendrix.
Oh God, you know, I did know. Let's see if I can, was it Hey Joe that let's see if I can remember it. I think it was something like that, wasn't it?
That's very rude. Playing it better than me.
No, I don't know about that. To play, aren't they, Strats? I just love the simple, like they're just a real kind of workhorse, beautiful guitar to play. What a wonderful piece that is. I'm in love. This is like the best thing ever, the best afternoon I've had in a long time.
Oh, thank you. All right, well.
Okay, so.
Show you one more.
One more before we have to go. So last one you're going to show me. Looks very interesting. I'm in love with that case.
Right, well they're called, it's called a coffin case.
Yeah, it looks like a coffin.
Because that's what guitar cases look like back in, wait for it.
Okay.
1889.
No way!
So it's an 131-year-old guitar.
And it's a Martin.
And it's a Martin. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's called a Parlor guitar.
Jesus Christ, and that is mint condition as well.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but on the label, it's got the date. It's handwritten in pencil.
Oh my God, in pencil.
And this is...
Look at that. Now
Parlor
that
guitar.
hasn't been played, has it really?
It's been played and not restored, but it's been polished and sort of very well looked after. But it's a little guitar, but it's got a big... You only get up to the 12th fret. Now this is the problem with guitars back in those days.
Yeah, what?
Guitars are, you've got access up here, but
So the body's longer then, is it? Is that what it is? Or the neck?
But the
shorter,
neck joins
isn't
at the 12th fret. Most guitars these days join at the 14th
Yeah.
fret. So
Okay, so the story of this one then, tell me. So
again, been in a family collection for a very long time. I've actually owned this guitar before. I had it when I was a dealer probably 30 years ago, and I sold it to somebody, and he's brought it back to me because it's just not getting used, and it's somebody's dream guitar. It did actually do a magazine article, and they did the all important question of how much is it worth?
yeah.
And the word came up as priceless.
Really?
So you're going to play it.
Oh God.
And just feel how light it is.
Oh my God, it's so light. I was not expecting that. This feels really odd. I'm actually shaking. I'm so nervous. Right. Let's have a... I can't believe I'm holding a guitar this old.
131 years.
I mean,
And it
what
still
a piece
sounds
of
and plays.
work. Just look at that. And then look at all these here. I mean, what are they made of? Are they...
Back in those days, it was ivory.
Ivory, I was going to say that.
So
Jesus Christ. It is... That is breathtaking. How incredible that is considering its age. I mean, what a find.
I say, if you feel the weight of it,
Yeah.
it's almost trying to fly away. I mean,
It is.
but
It's like cotton wool.
a lovely little thing.
So, I mean, how old does a guitar have to be to considered vintage then?
There's the usual sort of 50-year rule.
Is that what it
which
is? Okay.
From cars are pretty much, if it's a 50-year-old car or whatever. We're getting sort of vintage guitars now from the 70s, because obviously it's moving along. This is definitely vintage because it's not even the last century, it's the one before it.
That is nuts. That is next scale.
This
So,
is definitely vintage.
have you had any interest from that?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. It's a different buyer that buys this stuff. This is a bit more of a refined, somebody who will literally look after it and hopefully keep it in this condition.
See, what we were talking about earlier with the whole thing of, should a vintage guitar be played? And you're like, absolutely. But with that, you kind of do feel like it's a bit different, don't you?
In terms of looking after it, you just play it in a different way. But this guitar is such a good little guitar. It's like your reaction to it. You picked it up and went, oh my God, this is me. Yeah. You want to play it. Why would you want to keep it in the case? It's a great little thing.
So that is considered priceless?
I mean, as I've had it appraised, and I've appraised it myself because I do that kind of work. Yeah. It's very difficult to put a value on it because it's a rare model that I haven't really found the exact version of it. I mean, there's other Parlor guitars that Martin made. Mm-hmm. Some are as cheap as £5,000 or £7,000.
Right. Okay.
Not this one.
No. No. Exactly.
I'd say a six-figure sum.
Jesus. Okay. Cool. Put it back in the box, quick.
You sure?
Before an accident happens. Wow. And the case alone, I mean, is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the earliest examples of that factory label with CF Martin written on it. And, you can see it's been written with a guy with an old style, dip it in the ink and write it and penciled on the side of it. It's got October 1886,
I love it.
It's beautiful. I love it too.
Piece of history, wonderful. Rick, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I mean, it's been a fantastic afternoon just looking at
We've
these
got loads
amazing
more.
pieces.
We could make several episodes.
Yeah,
out of
let's
this
just
as well.
stay
Let's
here.
keep going.
Exactly. Let's go through the whole collection. Really brilliant. Well, thank you. It's been
My
great.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
See you.